Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So I've got a couple of frog pen designs for Minecraft 1.19, but before we get into that, let's not forget my previous video. I need your help getting back to the moon, guys. I need 100,000 subscribers, so help me out please. Right, let's get back into the build. So these designs, now they look quite like intricate in the way that they're done, but they are actually really simple to build. They're just very aesthetic. But yeah, this is design number one. This is, to get your frog farms up and going and have some cool looking frog pens. Now this is the same design as number one, but it's the grand version, which is going to be a video on its own because it's so huge, but it's the same concept. I just thought I'd show you. And this is design number two. So this one is very basic, very simple again, but it looks more intricate and aesthetic because of the design, like the interior design. But honestly, these are really simple builds and they're a lot of fun to do, and they look really aesthetic for your frogs, especially if you want a frog farm or if you, like I said, just want a frog pen. So this is the material palette of the materials that I use for both builds. There's a couple of extra things that I did use, but they weren't worth putting on the list because there's only far and few between. But yeah, these are really simple builds, so let's get into build number one. Firstly, I've built this in the mangrove biome, or the swamp biome, sorry. Find a flat enough surface next to a mountain, flatten it if you need to. And this is going to be 13 wide and 8 blocks high, but it's going to be like a window kind of shape, so let's get into it. So start with some spruce stairs, and we're going to be building the corners, and you only use three spruce stairs for these, each corner. And then we're going to build up 2 blocks high from that, and 7 blocks along the bottom and the top. So now we can add the 7 blocks to fill the gap. So what it's going to do is it's going to look like a window into the mountain for your frog pen. It's really, really cool. I love it. We're going to have to build like a secret entrance, a couple of levers and a door just to get inside. But like I said, simple build, but it looks super cool. So let's build this right up now. Ah, 1 block off. I knew I didn't place enough blocks. Right, so with that done, that's the shape done. That's the layout done. Now we're going to need to dig and get rid of all the blocks on the inside. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 8 or 9 blocks in. It depends. Generally speaking, I went 8, but if you go 9, you can get a bit more depth on the inside. So now that we've cleared it out, that's what it looks like. Oh, hello. Look at him. We've got our first customer. I'm going to have to keep him around, I think. Look at you, cute little frog. I'm building you a home, mate. I'm building you a home, so you just stay there. You be a good boy. I'll build your home. Maybe I should trap him. No, I can't do that. That's mean. Right, so now that we're inside, we're going to add some depth to the inside. So what I mean by depth is a bit more shape to the inside, because you don't just want a basic square. That would just look pants. So what we're doing is we're taking away 2 layers, 1 layer at a time, on the side walls, the back wall and the ceiling, and this will just create like as you're looking in, like more depth, like it opens up on the inside, and it's it just makes the shape look so much better. And it's worth noting that just do this your own way. Don't copy me exactly. I mean, you can obviously, but do your own take on it, and just make it your own basically. You can go bigger or smaller. Even with the size, you can make like a bigger window or smaller. It's completely up to you. So now that we've added some depth, you can see like the shape on the inside opens up now, so it looks bigger on the inside because it is, and it just gives it more. It's like a bit more landscapey and terraforming, I guess, a bit more structure to it. So first things first, building a waterfall. Now I had no set plan in how I did this. I just used mossy cobblestones, and all it is going down and extending out as we go down. Now you can keep these symmetrical if you want, or you can, make one taller than the other. It's completely up to you. I just went for symmetrical because I was going for like a simple build look, but in my grand design, it's actually all over the place. So it's like a decaying kind of ruinsy kind of type of look. So Right, cool. That's the waterfall done. Making sure the frog's still there. So this is where the water's going to come out and extend down. Now that we've done that, go 3 blocks deep for the water. And that's what it looks like. Obviously, at the bottom, replace the stones for mossy cobblestone on the waterfall as well, just to keep it all intact. So we've added water and some lights underneath. I used the frog lights, the new ones in 1.19, because they're pretty cool. Now we're going to replace all the stone under the water with podzol, muddy mangrove roots, clay, dirt, all sorts, just to give it that swampy aesthetic look. So we've done that, and we've added some drop leaves or drip leaves, whatever they're called, and some lily pads. Looking good. So now on the outside we're going to be replacing the stone again with podzol and mud. I'll probably put mud closer to the water just to make it look a bit more realistic. That's looking good. So I've added some moss and a fallen over oak log just to give the frog something to climb on. And now the next step is replacing all the stone on the walls with moss blocks, mossy cobblestone, vines, muddy mangrove roots, the lot. So again, do your own take on this. I went for a very mossy look, so that's the final design. I've left a bit of stone in there just to break it up a bit, but I love that look because it's giving it that swampy aesthetic look. That's looking awesome. And the mangrove roots are just growing all over the place like they're out of control and just growing where they want. So now we can take away some lanterns and put in some glowberries. I think glowberries look so much better in like pet kind of enclosures like this, and it just fits the theme. You know, have a couple of lanterns scattered around, but try and use glowberries where you can. Going to use some spore blossoms as well, because where they drop the green kind of petals, again just adds more flavour to the build, and they look really cool. I love these since Lush Caves come out. They're honestly one of my favourite plants. That is looking really good now. I'm really loving this base or pet enclosure. It's not a base. So now, keeping with the realistic theme, I'm going to build them a little den where they can go and hide and sleep and all that other stuff, because obviously in real life when you've got a pet, they obviously have a little den or a little cave where they can go and hide and stuff. So we're going to do the same here. I'll have to give this a bit more shape. It can't just be square. Square's boring. Also worth noting, place grass around the inside, and then under the water use kelp and seagrass and bone meal it so it grows like out of control, just to, you know, really give it that theme, that swampy theme. That's looking good. I like that. Right, now the last thing to do is add some glass. I went for some light grey stained glass because Optifine isn't working at the moment, so when you use normal glass it's almost see-through, which looks amazing. So without Optifine, I'm trying to use a glass that's almost see-through. So now, anywhere in the base, find 2 blocks and place a door, and build your way out, and then use some sticky pistons and some muddy mangrove and some levers, just so you've got a secret entrance in, so you can lure the frogs in and lure them out, and also keep it, you know, hidden and away from nasties like creepers and such. Boom, right, that's it. That's the secret entrance done. So the last thing to do is get some frogs in there. But that is looking good. I miss Optifine. The glass, I wish it was more see-through. And now that it's been populated by frogs, this is what it looks like. Absolutely fantastic little base. Just around the glass as well, just to note, I've added clay. You can add any block that you want, really. Okay, on to design number 2. So this is 15 by 15, but it is not a massive square. So we're going to be joining up, so 7 blocks long in each direction, and then the 15th block in the middle. And as you've seen from the previous video, it's like an enclosure that you are above. So start by putting 2 blocks next to where we've put the foundation posts, which are 15 by 15. Now this is just to help with the campfires, because we're going to use campfires as the walkways, but they don't go the way I want them to unless you put them into a block like so. So we'll do that, and then we'll get rid of the blocks. So we'll place 7 campfires and put out the fire, and we'll do this for each pillar. So it'll look like that. Now we can use some mud stairs. Such a good looking block. I love the colour of it as well. So put this all around the outside of the walkways. And that's what it will look like once done. Now pick 2 sides, and we're going to extend it by 1, because what we're going to be doing is doing this shape, but only 2 sides have the extended stairs. So do this 3 more times without the extended stair. And that's what it will look like. So 2 sides will have the extended stair, and the other remaining 2 sides won't, and this is for good reason. And once you're done with that, dig down. So dig down by 9 or 10 blocks, and that's what it will look like basically. Now add some dark oak fencing to the walkways. So we've left the middle ones alone because we're going to be adding some stone bricks. We'll add 4 of them, and this will just make for the middle aesthetic pillar building. Nice and easy to build, just stone walls, stone blocks, some fencing, and some trapdoors and slabs. So we'll be building a cross shape with the slabs and then filling in the corners with trapdoors. And it just gives it a bit more shape. That looks pretty cool. We're going to add some more trapdoors though, just to finish it off. Perfect, looking awesome. Right, so now that we're inside, again, just do your own take on it. I've used mud just for like the land and a bit of grass and a bit of moss, and then just created like my own kind of shape. And then with the water, I went 3 or 4 blocks down again, just building my own kind of layout and shape with the water. So yeah, just create your own shape and your own layout and just go to town on it. and then add the water in. Now for a den in this build, I actually built it into one of the corners. I built right in by about 5 or 6 blocks and just mossed up the whole wall, similar to the first design. So, you know, having some moss in there, some plants, a bit of foliage, a couple of logs, just to give them a place to go and sleep. But you only do this in one corner. And then underwater, you add your kelp and all that kind of stuff, plant a mangrove tree, all that goodness. So we're going to be using spruce stairs so that we can get up. You place that in all the corners so we can walk up to the walkway, and that's that done. But on one of them, like this one, the extended one, this is why I said we had an extended one either end, we're going to be using the way to get down, because obviously getting in and out you're going to need to make this an actual working farm for your frogs. So simply take it away, put a ladder leading up. I'll probably take 2 away actually, jump up to it in case the frogs try and jump up. They can't jump out of this, but just in case. Add another ladder. Now I'm going to use a spruce trapdoor here, because if they try and jump and get onto this part, it should knock them right back down. So he says. And then we'll add another spruce trapdoor. Oh, that's the wrong way. Yeah, I'm not going to get in there. There we go. Too high. There we go. Perfect. So if the frogs try and get up, they'll just get knocked right back down. Spruce stairs and done. And that is the build done. So I'm just going to show you what I've done on the inside. So literally taking away all the dirt and placing moss and vines. Again, similar to design number 1. Just all that kind of aesthetic stuff. So your kelp, your seagrass, your lily pads, mangrove roots, the lot. Just be random with it and like make it your own. I mean, you can follow this and copy it. It's just I literally, that's not even a word. I literally built it so that it looked like it was wild and kind of overgrown and growing randomly, purely for the aesthetic look, really. But yeah, no, it's a good looking base, and the frogs can't get out, which is even better. So that was both base designs, guys. I hope you liked it. They're beautiful looking bases, really simple to build. The hardest part is kitting them out on the interior design, which, like I said, I'll leave that up to you guys. And that's the hardest part of it. The actual shape and the design itself is nice and easy. But I hope you liked it, guys. If you did, leave a thumbs up, leave me a comment for feedback and suggestions for future builds, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.